I'm here with Torin, who's 14 months old, working cocker at this point, and we are going to show you boundary training. So boundary training is basically go to a place, go to a spot, go to a mat, hot zone. Different trainers call it different things. For us, it's called boundary training, and it's basically go to your bed. Okay, so as you can see, he's on his bed. He's pretty relaxed. I have some treats in a treat pouch here. I also have a wee pot of treats down here. So we're going to start off with when you have your puppy or your dog that has never done this before. We're going to start them off with just the bed and on a lead so that they can't disappear. At the moment, he's in the house and he doesn't have a lead on, but he knows this pretty well. I'm just going to release him off the bed. Now, to start off with, just going to keep him off the bed just there. Can you sit? Okay. So what we're going to do, we're just going to look at the bed. So you'll basically be standing up. I'm kneeling down so I can fit this all into camera. But you're going to turn and look at the bed. Now, as we look at the bed, our dog will also look at us, look down at the bed and go, what are you looking at? As soon as they look at the bed, you're going to say yes and place a treat down onto the bed. Now, this is all about them having a choice and we're us marking and rewarding those choices. So when we look at the bed, they will eventually look at the bed. They might not to start off with, but as soon as they take an interest, we're going to say yes and feed to the bed. So I'm just going to look at the bed. Yes, and I'm going to feed to the side of the bed. I'm going to release them away. So yes, and feed to the side of the bed. As you see, I'm feeding to the bed. So it means that the bed is the place of interest. Now, as he looks at the bed, I'm going to look at the bed again. Yes, and I'm going to place the treat a little bit further on so he gets 1 foot on. Release him off just now. So yes, feed to the bed when he's got 1 feet, 2 feet, etc. And placing the treat further and further across the bed will help him understand that he needs to get onto the bed to get the treats. As he gets 1 foot on, we're going to say, yes, you got 1 foot on and place a treat. 2 feet on, place a treat, 4 feet, etc., etc. He comes on immediately because he's done this a little bit since he was a puppy. Okay. At the moment, he comes on and lies down. He knows that's his drill. Break. So that's what I would expect from him. For your dogs, when they get on, yes, they get on and they'll be standing and they might be wiggling around. So you want to be rapid fire with those treats. So it would be yes and feed, yes and feed, yes and feed. Then you're going to add your verbal cue to release off. My word is break. This is a word I don't use any other time apart from releasing from a stationary behavior. So a sit or a down or other behaviors. Okay, so I'm going to say break, a little bit of a pause, and then throw a treat off. I'll look back at the bed. For him, I'll wait for him to go into a down. Yes, and feed to the bed. Might do a few of those. As you progress through this, you won't continue using the word yes. You're just going to reinforce to the bed. So I'm going to say break, throw a treat off, turn and look back at the bed. For him, I'm waiting for him to go into that down, and then I'll add a little bit of duration as well. Yes. Okay. So for you guys, when you first start doing this, they'll come into a stand on the bed. Then once you've done it a little bit, just pause before saying yes and reinforcing and see whether they're going to offer something else. They may offer jumping off. That just tells us that there's not enough information about this is a great place to be when you're feeding to the bed. So they haven't got the reinforcement they need to stay there. If they look at you and then they sit, which is quite a usual thing because we've got quite a high reinforcement history of sitting, then you're going to say yes and reinforce for a sit. Reinforce for a sit, again, always feeding to the bed. Then we're going to say break, release off, wait for them to come back. And next time we might wait and just see when they come in to stand that they offer that sit, and then we're going to reinforce that sit. Okay. Eventually you'll get to the point where they offer a down. You can assist with that over time by, when you're reinforcing, you're just going to put that treat down and hold it just a little bit, and either move it slightly away or move it into them. And to get that, they'll go into a down and you say yes and reinforce. So that's a little bit more of helping it to lie down. Okay. For this lad, we are working on distraction, duration, and distance. Those things all come at a later stage. So this is the basics. This is what you'll need to start off with the classes if you're coming to classes, or this is just the starting point for other classes. It's a powerful, really important foundation skill to be able to go and relax on a bed whilst all this amazing crazy stuff is going on around them. And what Torin has just offered, that nice chin down, relax, that's what we're after. And a big sigh from him. Thank you. We'll move on. Cheers. Yes. 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 Break. Yes. 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 Yes, good boy.